Oh my lord. I was going to pick up an ancestral hall so that I could get builders in my new cities. 25 turns to finish this. Manchester, have you got any production at all? What is going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I'm going to try and build it anyway, but that's ridiculous. The Sahara Natural Wonder is here, by the way. This is quite cool. Cities are immune to damage from dust storms. I tell you what, ever since the live game I did, the 50,000 sub special, as soon as I realized that was in the game after being pelted with dust storms all game, I was disappointed. I was disappointed. Check out this trade route. 16 gold, of which 4 of that is coming from my religion. Bam. That's a lot of extra gold. Singapore went. It's gone. Well, that's kind of tragic, but Amani, go back to Vilnius for now. This is actually not a bad city-state for us in the long run. I do want to be building a lot of theatre squares, and once I start stealing wonders, extra adjacency from theatre squares based on my alliance level, that could get really silly quite quickly. And you know me by now, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any bonus I like, it's a silly bonus. Who has green borders like this? That's got to be Gaul, hasn't it? Oh, Coupe's gone for Zulu. That's not a fight I would be picking if I were you. Zulu are always very scary. But then again, I am playing as the English. Yes, Gaul. I knew it was Gaul. Oh, you've got 2 mineable resources. Look at that. Yes, I definitely want to be friends with you. Hang on. Would you like Wales? They kind of would like Wales. Trade it for your luxuries. How about... Oh, you're just going to give me all of them. Okay, give me 4 luxuries. The duplicates don't matter at all. I should point that out, but that's quite funny. Another settler appears. Amazing. This one, as mentioned before, is now going to go down towards this natural wonder. I want them all. This is my sort of mini game before we see or meet anybody else. Just collect all of the wonders. Early game wonders are so cheap with Steam, Vicky. Like 25 production per turn now we've got going. That's mad. I think just keep spamming settlers. Why not? We've got a lovely site up here with 3 different resources and a brilliant hub. Loads of places we could go. I mean, this is a cool island with a ton of resources, lots of whales, and then there's actually multiple reefs here. We could make a +6 campus on that tile if we really wanted to. I'm not sure I want to, but it's tempting. There are barbarians lurking around this natural wonder. I suspected there might be. Right, let's flush you out. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at this. It's going to be an amazingly big city very quickly, actually. And it's right on the edge of German loyalty. They can't stop me from settling here, even if they wanted to. They physically couldn't. That's brilliant. What are you building here, Gaul? Kilwa. It's turn 70. Fine. Yep, that's good. Don't you... You build what you want. You build what you want. That's okay. I'll remember. Manchester could grow with watermill, actually. I've got a lot of gold coming in per turn. English early game gold is just... It's just a lot of fun. But I think a watermill works really well because we've got 2 tiles that will be improved here. Let's get this city going. Let's get Pingala in this city, I think. I don't see why going for apprenticeship as a boost and a direct route wouldn't be a good idea, because just building an industrial zone and putting a workshop in it gives me 10% production in that city. I can get up to 30% production once I get all the way to industrialization. That's a long way away, but yeah, industrial zones are so powerful as Steam, Vicky. It's my thing. It's industry. It's what I do. Okay, more barbarians. This is a difficult area. They are keeping Ullswater Lake and Sripada very, very safe, very locked down. That's why we brought multiple warriors. We can fight them off. We're fine. We can do this. And looking at this map, I'm going to settle that. And then I'm actually going to settle up on this tiny island, which does count as a different continent, which is wonderful. But the reason I want to go up here with such enthusiasm is I can create a wall. We can go island, settlement, 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 settlement. And basically we'd trap this entire continent in. The AI won't want to settle past me because of loyalty. So if we can just make this little pass, I think we'll be laughing. I think we'll be laughing. Is that the Apadana? Oh, that's nice to know. Very nice to know, Germany. You're my friend and everything. Okay. That was more damage than I thought it would be, considering I was on such defendable land. All right. I need you to found the city next to the volcano, mythical, splendid island. Look at that. Sheffield is filled with joy. It says -10. What? What do you mean -10? This literally, it just told me that it would be fine. Why is that -10? Okay. Happiness level, that will change. I'll send a missionary down to go and spread my religion down. Yeah, look, missionaries are super cheap. That's good. And it'll be really quick to move down. That's fine. Amani's not really giving me anything in Vilnius right now, especially because someone else is competing with it. Fine. You go look after Sheffield. Once the happiness sorts itself out, I think this city will be stable. But that definitely lied to me. Don't lie to me. Lahore under massive cyclone hurricane thing. That's not good. Niang units might be quite useful. Again, look at all the resources over here. Oh, as an Englishman with an empire, I keep looking at all these resources and thinking, these are nice settlement locations. No, Ursa, you're not playing Empire, Vicky. You're playing Steam, Vicky. This is a different game. Yes, different game. Hannah the Navigator. Oh, perfect. What does this give me? A 3 naval unit. Okay, that's good. Best thing I can do is send Hannah over briefly to Sheffield, just to make sure we really get a good idea about this lake. Let's make sure we do that. So I might be able to test my missionary out here. I've got 2 charges spare. Apparently, if I spread my religion through charges, I should get a culture bomb, or like an amount of culture from the natural wonder I've just gone and settled next to. Oh, that's that admiral dead. Don't worry, he'll respawn. I'm using them as a very handy source of exploration. Oh, what did I just get? I got a dedication from a tribal village. Sorry, with shipbuilding, I'm sending this warrior over to little islands to go and get all the tribal villages. Quite handy. They're kind of scattered all around this bit of the map. Like, let's go now over here. So if it's like Fez, because I've got 6 population, I should get 120 culture. How much should I get? 75. Okay, it's not quite that much, but it's still like a large amount. That's good. Just make sure we really check this lake out. Yep, that's everything. Okay, we'll go now. Inca, 92 science. Good. Lovely to see people really struggling in this early game, isn't it? Yes, really fills an Ursa with confidence. Oh, fine, I will give you open borders, but like, I'll buy your open borders. I just need to get through, but I wish I didn't have to keep spending this much gold. There is mysticism. We have an extra envoy. Nothing to do with them right now. We haven't met too many city-states, and the ones we have met keep mysteriously going missing. It's funny that. Oh, Germany has decided to forward settle me here, just to really put the pressure on. Don't worry, I've only got to survive 6 turns, and I'll be out of my dark age, and it'll all be good. Inca wants my iron. Every time I find somebody who wants iron, I get a little bit happy. I always love the fact that England gets more strategic stockpile from harbour buildings. It's such an underrated ability, just a little quality of life thing from Workshop of the World. Really cool. Really cool. Gaul has conquered Tushpa. I think it's Persia. Persia is the last person on this map, isn't it? If I was going to guess, I think that sounds like a Persian city. Germany are really settling over the top of me now. They want to get to this port so they can get to this sea. Oh, I need another settler quickly. Not going to produce one fast enough, but I almost am. If I could just get another 250 gold, I could probably run over and settle before Germany even got anywhere near. It's unlikely, especially if I keep going. Ooh, shiny thing. Germany actually have 2 settlers over in this area. They've got 11 cities already. I mean, Roman Holiday does not mess around with the AI on this mod. They really don't. Maybe this alliance with Germany, it might become problematic for me if I let them get too much of a foothold on this continent. But don't worry, I think stealing the wonders, or no, stealing. No, I apologize. Of course I don't mean stealing. I mean protecting the wonders, bringing them back to London for their own protection. That'll help me to really cement this game back on my side. But oh my lord, where are you going? Maybe they're going over this natural wonder. They might have seen that and gone, you know what? That's what we want to go and do. And that wouldn't be the worst thing for me. Sheffield is now, easily loyal with 2 population. That's looking a bit better. I don't even need my religion over here. What was I even worried about? I might treat myself to a theatre square briefly. I've been thinking in my head about where a theatre square might go and what I want it to do in my cities. I'm going to have wonders everywhere, so theatre squares in the long run are not going to matter hugely. But if the Apadana's here, maybe Mausoleum is around here, I don't want to put my theatre square too close to the city centre. That might block in wonders, so I'm going to pop it here for now. I don't know if that's the best idea, but it is an idea. The German settlers are moving over in this direction. Interesting. It's not what I expected them to do. Yo, that's not a helpful settle in any way. All you've done is you've blocked all of this territory so that no one can settle in it for a little while. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. I'm not worried. This golden age will power me through, and luckily for me, I should be able to very quickly start getting extra culture and spreading that 75 gold. Okay, so it gives me 75 culture for a spread regardless of the size of the city. That's interesting. Okay, I might actually end up spreading my religion over Germany just because I can. This heroic era will definitely make things a little bit better. Now, I'm expecting Germany to go into a golden age around me because they've settled like crazy. Yeah, they absolutely will. But you can see the loyalty difference in these areas is pretty intense. science. I might go and nab this space just because it's there. Again, I just want to block off access to the coast as much as I can. Ancestral Hall, yes. Should we chop that out quickly? Yeah, we shall. Right. Exodus of Evangelist is going to give me a massive amount of culture if I spread my religion around Germany. Are they going to get their own religion? Maybe, but with not very much emphasis at all. So, free inquiry. This will turn my harbors into science. I like that. Monumentality lets me use my gold to make builders and settlers cheaper. And then Exodus of Evangelist is really good as well. Although saying that, the culture from districts would be handy. I think spreading religion is going to give me way more. So I would get Exodus over Penbrush and Voice, but it's whether I replace Penbrush and Voice with free inquiry or monumentality. Both of these have benefits. I like the science from my harbors. That's too strong an ability to get rid of. So monumentality, not a huge amount of faith income, but a lot of gold. But I am then producing units with production at the moment, so maybe monumentality is not as needed. I'll focus on infrastructure. Normally I would pick monumentality as the absolute certain choice. So I'm interested in trying something a little bit different here. We'll take it. Bam. Okay, 2 tiles of a natural wonder. We now have the lovely ability that foreign trade routes passing through my cities now gives me culture. We like to see it. We've also got some beautiful cotton, which I can immediately go and sell for outrageous amounts of gold. Bradford can make itself a Royal Naval Dockyard, and I think I'm just going to buy a monument just to keep my culture nice and high. London, with all of its trade routes, is going to get a temple, which gives me another 6 gold per turn because of all the trade routes. Sheffield, with its outrageously high loyalty now, is going to get itself a lighthouse to increase my trade routes by another 1. Excellent. And I think 110 faith for a missionary that can spread 5,000. I'm just going to go and culture grind on Germany because it's there. I might as well. I mentioned before that I wanted Pingala in my lands. I still see no different to that. So we'll pop you in immediately. Librarian will be good. We'll get a theatre square in this city as soon as we can, but I'm going to get an industrial zone in this city before that point. We just need a few more mines. There's got to be a couple of mines I can pop down. I've already got one over there, and I saw some iron over in Sheffield. I'll go and work that as soon as I can. It's voting time. I would love it if I could get culture bombs, and it looks like, we have a cultural city-state. Let's try trading to that. I probably could have gone scientific thinking about it. Geneva might have gone, no, trade. People have gone trade. It doesn't matter. Culture bombing is all I need. When you have 6 extra gold per turn on a trade route, these get pretty cool pretty quickly. I'm actually going to take the extra food and production over the little bit of extra gold on that route, but we've got 4 trade routes already. It's only 700 BC. Theatre Square is done, and I could be building wonders. I could be building infrastructure, but no, settlers. We will get the wonders later. Don't you worry. Even Manchester's getting in on the settler love. Bought some wine for Bradford. Anyone want to buy my wine? Oh, magnificence, France. Of course you want to buy my wine. Seems like a sort of wine gal. And let's see if we can start replicating this delicious religion spreading. The British Museum Agency? Don't worry, Germany. It's a normal, totally non-invasive, very helpful agency that maybe increases my culture, but that's the only reason I would bring it to you. Don't worry. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Someone told me once it was fine. This says -6. I don't necessarily believe it. This is city number 5. My first settlement on America. Oh, the English in America. This always goes well. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Royal Navy Dockyard just feels like a very natural place to settle, you know? Oh, if only there was tea over here, that would be even better. Loyalty might be a little bit squeezed, but the city of Leeds should stay just about happy, I hope. Movement-wise, I reckon I actually can bring my missionary round. Yeah, look at that, and immediately give myself a culture boost. Let's start doing recorded history. As I say, we need to get to humanism as fast as possible. Every little boost, every 75, just pushes us further and further and further towards glory. Speaking of culture, connoisseur in Pingala, and the monument in Leeds means that we're pushing higher and higher and higher. Now, a little bit of fun behind the scenes action. You know that I'm using the Roman Holiday AI mod. I went away for a few days on a little bit of a holiday, and I'm picking up the recording after that, and whilst I was gone, there was an update to the Roman Holiday AI mod. Nothing much has happened. The mod gets ever more complicated, and I don't even joke when I say Roman Holiday specifically talks to me me to try and make the mod more difficult to beat me. And I love the attention, but it fills me with a great sense of dread. But there is a little bit of a glitch with this iteration of the mod. It's fine. There have been a couple of tweaks or quirks to it so that when you reload a game between changes or between versions of the mod, it is spawning anti-air and mobile SAM. So you might see the AI pick up a couple of these units. I'm treating it as a little bit of a buff for AI. I'm deleting my units. It shouldn't happen again. You might see a couple of those units just lurking around the AI's lands. Don't worry, it's expected. It's just one of those things. That's just the glory of the mod and what we have to just live with. You know, Roman Holiday's AI mod is a little bit like Icarus. It's so glorious, it involves flying so close to the sun that occasionally you do get a little burnt, and that's okay. That is just the price that we pay. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm going to unlock military training to pick up veterancy. 30% production towards all harbour buildings, and harbours themselves are all naval dockyards. Yes, we've got a lot of that being built at the moment. I could use a bit of a boost, a buff, an increase in glory in Germany. No, look, it's fine. Just pick up a couple of grievances, you'll be fine. Apprenticeship is now boosted. The third mine is down. Meanwhile, turn after turn, we subjugate more Wales. Wales all over the world will be subjugated by England. It's just the natural way of things. What's in this tribal village? Recorded history. And also military training is a bit... We got 2 civics in one go there. Alright, some tribal villages are terrible, but some are just brilliant. And that was the latter. I'm sure this isn't the best city-state for me, but I could take Lahore here. And this would give me a lot of visibility in the middle of the Incan territory and would help me just to see what's going on over in this direction. First envoy counts as 2. Let's do it. And there's Auckland. Auckland is suddenly the most important thing I've ever met. Oh my goodness, I want Auckland. 1 production in all of my sea tiles. Imagine how effective Wales will be with that sort of buff. Oh, amazing. Pingala, researcher. As soon as you establish next turn in Manchester, that is going to be a city of culture indeed. And we're also going to put veterancy in now. I think instead of caravassaries, I'm going to keep urban planning in. I do like gold, but 1 production in every city just helps with the settlers. It helps with the docks. Yeah, look, you can see already here we've got some really good tiles appearing. Look, Germany. It's okay. You just want to be my friend. You just want to be my friend. Ignore every other instinct that you have at the moment, Germany. Ignore them. Just be my friend. Unlike France, who just plain doesn't like me. We really do need to be friends with everybody in this game. Yeah, look, here you go. This is what I meant before. There will be the occasional mobile SAM running around the map. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Hamburg is settled there. Germany has gone mad on the settling. That's 13 cities for them at the moment. I don't mind that. It means there's going to be a lot of possibility for them to be building wonders, and the British Museum Agency is going to get involved. I think Germany might have just picked up their own religion here. Yeah, Sikhism. How much faith per turn have they got? 28. I'm going to go and remove their religion. Yes, let's go and do this. I'm going to actually just send all my missionaries over now and just spread it. Oh, and Aachen is here as well, which is the city. I think it's Aachen is the actual religious city. Let's go so we can just shut that religion out immediately. Meanwhile, London, have an amphitheatre. More culture. Don't forget, the more culture we get, the quicker we can steal wonders. I keep using the word steal. I do apologize. The sooner we can protect wonders from the perils of the Civverse. Apprenticeship. Industrial zones can now be built, which is a wonderful thing. Manchester, can you get this down as quickly as possible? Thank you. My mine's more effective as well. It's an important improvement to my lands. We like to see it. Come on, let's see if we can remove this religion as soon as we can. If you just nip a religion in the bud right at the beginning, it could be quite amusing. It's just like, oh, here is a new religion, and it's gone within 3 turns. To be fair, the AI has done it enough to me over the years that I don't feel any remorse for doing it back to them. Hang on, I think Liverpool needed a monument. Bam, up to 50 culture per turn now that Manchester's Pingala has been established. It's what you like to see. We might be able to actually just nip in here before Germany's even got enough faith to be building another missionary. We've got a lot of charges. This is the golden age at play here. We can convert Germany. We control their minds, and we convince them once and for all in the beauty of the British Museum. We are an unstoppable cultural force, and that's okay. You don't need to stop us. You simply have to give us your artifacts. It's the correct way. It's the English way. Annoyingly, it looks like there is an ice cap to the north of Inca, and if we go down to the south, there's also an ice cap down here, so our boats can't get round, which is a bit annoying. I had hoped that this map would have sea access around the world. Then the English could truly be the English, but alas, it does not look like that's going to be the case. Never mind. Figure a way to get out and about. Zulu's got a new religion. There's a lot of people gaining religions at this late stage of the game. That's fine. We'll forgive them. They just don't know better. They just don't know better. There we go. The holy city no longer follows their own religion. Bremer's the only other city that has a holy site in the entire German Empire. I checked. And right now, they have no shrines there. They do have Machu Picchu. Interesting. I wonder if I can steal that one. It's on a mountain, so I suspect maybe not. We might need to steal that another way. The forbidden way. The other way. Let others say what they will, but the real flourishing of the medieval era began with the discovery of feudalism. Yes. Let's get rid of urban planning now and pop in serfdom. Now we can produce amazing, excellent 5-charge builders, including in London, which I can then chop out and give myself an industrial zone in this city as well. That'll help the settler production. We've got one heading over here just to cement this little archipelago just before it gets annoying. Oh, looks like Germany's actually losing a city now to Zulu and France in a combined war. Germany's had a crazy effective start, really effective start, but I wonder, has their rapid expansion made them too many enemies this game? That might have happened, you know. Another admiral. We've been getting a lot of these, but this one only gives me a promotion. There are better admirals in the medieval era, so we'll let Himeros go. We'll see if we can pick up the one that gives us an additional trade route. Now that is an ability I would like to see. Now, okay, this crossbow is beginning to annoy me. The barbs generally are beginning to annoy me. There's not much I can do, really. You just have to suck it up and live with it. I do wish they would go away. I really, really do. Bermuda Triangle. It's in the middle of the sea with no island next to it. Ah, yes, as usual. Never mind. Leif Erikson. Extra sight range for all naval units, and my naval units can now hit the coast and go through it into the ocean. That is really handy. Yes, I can explore the land around the world even better, and I can actually send Hanover Navigator through Bermuda Triangle to Coupe's capital. Awesome. Go find me someone else. Go find me the world. I keep forgetting that I have Magnus in London, so we're going to actually start chopping out rainforest here for a bit more population to put mines down. We want to get the industrial zone down in this city as quickly as possible, and suddenly we're starting to get a lot of better trade routes available to us. We do want a worship building at some point. That's a good point. If we get a worship building, then our trade routes get even better, so we can't ignore that. This is city number 7, the city of Bristol, with snuffly trufflies, whales, and pearls. This is a beautiful city. Yeah, go for it. Just be happy and make dockyards. You can see Germany's faith is just going up and up and up and up and up, because the only city they have with a holy site doesn't have a shrine, and they still haven't built one, which means they can't get missionaries, and I've totally neutralized their religion already. In fact, I think we can probably convert Aachen with the next spread. I'd love that. Just totally removing a religion, just in case Yerevan. That helps. Oh my goodness, if we had Yerevan in as well, we'd have basically infinite choice of how to spread my religion around, and I like that. Infinite choice is my favorite level of choice. London is 10 population, and I can now make alliances, which is wonderful because Germany hates my guts, so I'm going to get them into a alliance now. Research will do. Beautiful. Now we need to start working on the friendships with other people. As long as I have huge negative first impressions modifiers, it is unlikely that we're going to make fast friends with anyone, but we'll give it a good go. Still trading luxuries, still trading resources. We're doing everything we can to get ourselves into the game as fast as possible. Bam! Bremen follows my religion, and so does Aachen. Means I've got naval tradition, which means I can now put naval infrastructure into my government. Not going to be using colonization for a little while, but double adjacencies on my harbours means double science from my golden age. Liverpool has almost got its yard finished now. Leeds isn't far off. Bradford isn't far off. I reckon we can hit 100 science within the next 5 or 6 turns if we're lucky. Turn 100, 73 science. We're not quite at 100 by 100. We're also not that far behind. We're only 8 techs behind Germany. Somehow I am just clawing my way into this slowly. It's an extra turn's worth of culture every time I do this. Just keep spreading. This Sheffield settle was worth it. Germany are continuing to send settlers out, which is really annoying, but so am I, and I've almost got access to this entire coastline now. Even if Germany win 3 or 4 cities along this area of the bay, if I can get to sea down here, that's not going to be great, but places like Hamburg, Osberg, Trier, no loyalty in the long run in those if I build the population of Leeds, Sheffield, and this new city up. I think we'll be fine. There's another harbour finished. 84 science per turn now, and we've been waiting for this. We can now buy in a lighthouse immediately. Get Bradford working on something else useful like a builder. We can check in with our available routes and see where the best gold routes are. That's a good route. 18 gold and 2 science. Yeah, go on, man. Let's do this. Using my gold to make culture first and then more gold as a second priority. France actually has returned Singapore to the game. They liberated it. I like you, France. I think we're going to be fast friends in this game, just stopping Germany from walking all over the city-states. Yes, we can do this. Germany pegged back, hopefully not for the last time in this game. They're running around with muskets. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We don't worry about that. We have the British Museum Agency. We can never lose. 102 science. What did I say? In 5 turns. We did it in 3. 102 science. We did it. There we go. Again, same as before. Lighthouse. Bam. Keep these cities growing. Keep the traders appearing. Bradford. Lovely, lovely route there. Well, this is going to be a good science hub. Actually, that was without a holy site in this city. If we picked up a holy site, like I think that's +3, because don't forget, the Terra Mirabilis mod changes natural wonders to be +1 on all districts rather than just +2 to holy sites. But that +3, that'll still be pretty good. I need my religion in that city, but we can send a missionary over. That's fine. Stoke-upon-Trent, another city, ready to go. I avoided the freshwater saddle there because I prefer to have a better Royal Naval Dockyard. In the long run, I think that works better for me. Chopping out this rainforest in London, which means I can now put an industrial zone down and then chop it out again. Let's get this going as quick as we can. I want a workshop in this city because then it's 10% production in that city and we can start getting more workshops and boost all the way through to industrialization. If I can get industrialization before the end of the medieval era, I feel like we've used all of our science nice and quickly. A free builder in a tribal village right next to Sheffield. It's exactly what we want to see because there's iron to be worked here. There are pearls and cattle. We really haven't improved the city anywhere near as much as we should. We're getting there now. The English Empire, I feel, we're just beginning to wake up now. Gold's coming in, the production's coming in, the culture's beginning to grow. All the bonuses we could possibly need for a happy, thriving new empire. It's all starting to stream in now. Religious emergency? No. Actually, in the long run, that would be pretty handy. We don't mind if that goes through. Who is involved in that? Just Germany. No, hang on. France. So France are going to try and stop Aachen from following my religion, which it currently doesn't anyway. Now it does. We'll keep an eye on it. It might be fine. Great Admiral with a 3 trader. Go on then. And with some gold, here is a workshop. I'm currently on 44 production. Bam. Now I'm on 52 because I've got a 10% modifier and the workshop as well. This is a good combo. You may ask yourself, Ursa, why are you not building wonders? I could build wonders. I want to build wonders, but I'd rather steal wonders. It's beneath me to build them myself. I mean, honestly, would you really have Ursa Ryan build his own wonders? Dear oh dear. The thought appalls me. It genuinely appalls me. Doing my own work. Honestly. We have buttress. We have military tactics. Let's pick up education. Then we can go to mass production, which is shipyards. Now this will turn my beautiful Royal Naval Dockyard bonus, which is currently being doubled, into production. That will make me very productive indeed. It's absolutely something we want to see. Veterancy is still quite useful. I would like to put the settler card in now though. City number 9, Plymouth, giving us a nice source of cotton. Can I sell that immediately? I certainly can, which means I can now afford to buy some pearls, which means I should get Plymouth working as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're dominating the sea now. 9 cities compared to 12 for Germany, 10 for Coupe, 8 for France, 11 for Zulu, 12 for Gaul, 12 for Inca. So we're still a little bit behind, but we're gaining fast. Lots of flooding in Leeds, but they're just improving the tiles in this city, so ultimately I don't mind at all. And Manchester now has itself an industrial zone as well. Even better. Aqueduct time, then we'll go dam time after that. We'll just get those both locked in so that I can't undo it, as I am so oft tempted to do because I just avoid building dams at all costs seemingly. And here's humanism. We can unlock an art museum and a Wonderologist. We're going to do it almost imminently. Oh, I'm so excited. Zulu has just declared war on Singapore. Poor Singapore. They're going to catch a break this game. I don't know if they will. I think they're just going to be constantly besieged by powerful forces around them. First Germany, now Zulu. Come on, France. You got to defend them. The game is desperately trying to take them out. You've got to stop this. Don't let it happen. An apostle. I would like to improve and upgrade my religion, but I've got a couple of spare charges right now, so let's see what we can do. Can spread religion an extra 2 times or gain a bit of gold. I'm going to go for extra 2 times. We'll spread to as many cities as we can, and then when I've got 3 charges remaining, I'll improve my religion, and I think we'll probably go for something like pilgrimage if it's still available. Might be, actually. Yeah, extra faith every city under my faith or religion. 12 cities, 24 faith per turn. I would double my faith per turn, and I could use it aggressively. I don't mind that. Manchester, help yourself to a workshop. Again, industrialization is boosted, which is lovely, but there's a lot more production in Manchester now. This city will be productive. I'm going to make sure of it. I will force it to be productive, whether it wants to be or not. Found Hattusa, and I've also circumnavigated the globe. Look at me. So wonderful. I'm so lovely. How many turns? 16 turns minimum, 3 era score. I think we should do that. Germany has just got humanism, apparently. Well, at least we're only just a tiny bit behind. It It does mean, unfortunately, they've just got the invention card, which with Roman Holiday, as you can see, they've now put in 31 engineer points per turn. They are going to be wonder building like nobody's business, but again, we don't really mind. That's fine. Do you want to be building wonders, Germany? That's okay. They just look a little unsafe. Just a tiny bit unsafe in your lands. I feel like I need to step in and just make sure that they are safe. Just like Geneva. There you go. Everyone follow my religion. Everyone follow my culture. It's a great thing to do. I always forget this, but Magnificence France does buy duplicates of wonders. Not for a huge amount of gold when she's denounced me, but she does buy them. We'll keep that in mind. Mass production. There is a shipyard. Now we start looking at the Royal Navy dockyards and working out which ones are the best. Which cities have I got on different continents? Like this, and Liverpool would probably be the best one. That's going to be +6, right? Yeah. But London is the one producing all of the settlers, which I'm kind of tempted to run with for a bit. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. A workshop in Sheffield. That'll help speed the city up nicely. And yeah, I mean, look at the stats of that. 10 production on a shipyard. Yeah, go on then. Persia, the last person on the map. We've met everyone. And I think we did it first. So lots and lots of era score. Again, Bristol now has a Royal Naval Dockyard. Persia, you like to talk of the beauty of horses. Would you like to buy some horses? No. Oh, they got their own horses. That's a shame. Doesn't stop me selling everything else to buy enough gold to get a lighthouse. And Bristol continues to add to the economy of my land. Yes. Looks like Singapore was about to fall. He said, watching Singapore get razed by Zulu. Wow. Poor Singapore. Well, I guess that's the question of what's going to happen over there. Gradient dust storm has been spawned on my unique desert. I can't see it, but it is there somewhere. All right, good to know. Auckland is mine, by the way. We have 1 production on all coastal tiles in my empire. As soon as I industrialize, that'll become 2, but that's a huge bonus for me. It's a massive bonus. Beautiful holy site. That will make my trade routes out of Bradford a little bit better. Once I have my religion, I have forgotten to spread my religion to that city, but don't worry. We'll do that imminently. That will appear in a little bit. Let's bring my apostle back to my own land, and I can improve my religion, get a shipyard. Basically, all of my cities right now, all they're doing is building either Royal Naval Dockyards or the buildings that go in them. Not much imagination in the building plan of my cities, but that's okay. Who did I just find? Mogadishu. Ooh, 2 envoys there will give me tons of extra gold from lighthouses and shipyards and all sorts of stuff. I like that. Here it is. Humanism. We can do it. We can build an art museum, which I don't need. I need an archaeological museum for a Wonderologist. Right. Veterancy still good. Serfdom still good. Naval infrastructure still good. Still producing settlers. Not at a huge rate, but quick enough. Go into my quick deals and just sell, again, everything that isn't glued down to the floor. In fact, even my open borders will go. Nope, nobody wants to buy those. It's probably understandable. What do we need? 50 more gold. Again, Ursa is famously impatient for these things, so we'll just trade a little bit of gold per 10 for the gold up front. Here is an archaeological museum. Bam. Natural history is boosted. That's not what I'm excited about, though. We're excited about the Wonderologist. It's cheap. It's actually quite cheap. 800 gold, or I can just build one. I will build the shipyard, and I will save my gold in 3 turns to just buy it outright. I think that's the quicker way of doing it, because I'm currently using my production on veterancy. It's the boring way, but we can wait. Just a turn. Just a smidge. Right, let's upgrade to a monarchy. Tired of not being a king, and even better, evangelize belief. I'm really tempted by pilgrimage, because then I can spread my religion around a little more, but I guess now I don't need to spread it around, because I've got humanism, and that's what I was doing this for, was to get the culture. I could just go for gold per turn. This would be worth 42 gold per turn, and it would stack on what I'm doing. Or sacred places, 2 science, culture, gold, and faith for each city following this religion that has a world wonder. Huh. Yes, that will give me nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. But I'm going to steal world wonders, so this becomes a bit of a challenge. Okay. Well, it's World Congress time, and usually when luxury policy comes up, you go over to this global tab and you have a look at the bottom resource, and then you realize that it's marble and you vote down on that, because it's normally what happens. And then, who's disliked more? I reckon Zulu, having just defeated a city-state, will be disliked more, so let's just vote for them. England denouncing the Zulu. Who would have thought? Marble, Shaka, 2 points, ladies and gentlemen. If only everything in life was that easy, eh? Ooh, 149 science. I do not want this medieval era to finish. Can we just stay in the medieval era? Can our entire nation just get together and just collectively say, nah, we're all right. This is the peak of human civilization. We want no more of this. Like, that's it. Thank you for the offer. But no, we're okay. we don't need any more. That's it. Forms an armada out of a military naval unit. All right then. Like the idea of an armada. I very much like the idea of an armada, especially because I need a caravel armada to go deal with some barbarians outside of Plymouth who are being very annoying and are stopping the city from growing. You know, I could say that I am quite excited. That would be an understatement. Here is my first Wonderologist. Apparently I get era score because of it. Okay, I probably should have waited, but never mind. They have 2 charges and they do not get more expensive with time. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so... I don't know how they work. But I'm just excited to see. And Germany has so many wonders. I can see here already. We have Meenakshi Temple. We've got Apadana. We've got Casa. I believe I saw some more as well. We've also got Machu Picchu. Inca have got Etmananki. I reckon our game really starts now. You know, it really starts now. Let's just have some fun. So the first cool thing is that I can move my Wonderologist between cities like a great person. That's excellent. We'll keep an eye out for other things. I've also got another apostle. This one is going to gain triple spread, I think. Yes, that's 5 amazing charges. We'll just continue spreading my religion around a little bit, get a little bit more culture. And in the meantime, we can settle a beautiful city number 10 of Sunderland and also city number 11 of Newcastle. 2 more Royal Naval Dockyards, 2 more locations of wonderment. We control the seas and everything between. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Deeble Time, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy's Ursa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Sharky Bates, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Joseph Biancani, Interplanet Janet, Mr. Awesome, Frankincense Battlezord, Sleepy Lab, Bookaluk79. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!